World Citizen Peace is dedicated to empowering people to create a just and peaceful world. World Citizen Peace offers 3 pathways to peace: by joining as an international peace site, becoming a peace ambassador, and supporting peace education in our homes, schools, and in the wider community. The purpose of peace education is to help us become more mindful about peace in our daily lives, provide ideas and resources for peace action, and learn from peacemakers in the world so that together we can create cultures of peace where we live and work. World Citizen Pathways are grounded firmly in our 5 peace actions. Seek peace within yourself and others. Reach out in service. Protect the environment. Respect diversity. Be a responsible citizen of the world. In this video, we explore the peace action, Respect Diversity. I'll be your peace guide, Lillie. Go ahead and grab something to write down your reflections, ideas, and learnings, and we'll dive right in. Respecting diversity is an essential component of peace education. I invite you to view diversity as a strength and an asset, an opportunity to learn from people, genders, and cultures of all backgrounds. Before we go deeper into this peace action, I'd like to get us grounded in a bit of terminology that I believe to be important in how we approach this peace action, Respect Diversity. This offering is in particular for white viewers. The first terminology for our consideration is white-centered or white-centering. White-centering is when feelings, expectations, and needs of white people overtake those of people of the global majority in discussions and decisions. I invite you to consider this peace action, Respect Diversity, from a perspective that does not center whiteness. And so the other term important for us to consider is people of the global majority. People of the global majority refers to people in the world who do not consider themselves or are not white. It is a more affirming term that decenters whiteness and is more inclusive to people beyond the United States. I offer this as a possible term to use instead of people of color, in particular when engaging in conversations related to diversity, equity, and racism. UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, shares with us that respecting diversity is an interpersonal skill that goes beyond tolerance and understanding. Respecting diversity actively acknowledges and promotes the equal worth of all people. Before we explore more, let's take a moment to pause and reflect. What does respecting diversity mean to you? What are your thoughts and feelings about decentering whiteness through terminology and ways of thinking? Feel free to pause this video as you need. As we consider this peace action from a global majority view, it connects us with culturally relevant and culturally responsive practices. You'll see these terms primarily in educational settings, yet cultural diversity is all around our day-to-day lives, our workplaces, our businesses, as well as our family and communities. Respecting diversity and culturally relevant or responsive practices really go hand in hand. These practices include recognizing and incorporating strengths and assets and making sure that content is relevant. It really is a mindset, not just a set of terms or a book or a stagnant teaching pedagogy. Though we are all connected with each other, people also have differing identities, cultures, different backgrounds, differing beliefs and histories and philosophies. And cultural differences are an asset, such an asset, and they bring new perspectives, creativity, solutions, and skills to work, to school, to our communities. Creating synergistic interactions means culturally responsiveness. Respecting diversity is crucial. It is through our differences that we can learn from one another, gain richer understandings, and embrace our world as a whole rather than in factions. Exploring intersections of identity grows understanding of the similarities that also bind us together as living beings on this planet. Let's take another moment to pause and reflect. Consider someone you've met or know who is culturally different from you. Explore your differences and your similarities. How does this connect you as fellow humans? Culturally relevant and responsive teaching practices honor and celebrate diversity, as well as viewing differing perspectives, cultures, and backgrounds as a gift. The essential elements of these practices are important beyond the educational setting. For example, as adults, we make choices every day about how we interact, view, and respond to other people, businesses, and our environment. And this is based on our values, our beliefs, our past experiences, and our hopes. Educator Geneva Gay provides a research base for culturally responsive and relevant teaching practices. She names 5 essential elements that are important for us adults who seek to live in alignment with this peace action. So let's explore these 5 elements, and as we do, think about how this might show up in your life. 1. Develop a knowledge base about cultural diversity. This means that we seek out and include multiple voices and perspectives across all areas of our lives. 2. Include ethnic and cultural diversity content in the curriculum. As a white cis woman, I think about what media I consume and explore. Does this include media content created by people with different gender identities? How about people who represent the global majority? 3. Demonstrating caring and building communities. Peaceful communities depend on care and connection of all people. The 4th element, communicating with ethnically diverse people. Pause for a moment and think about your communication in a given week. Is it with people who are ethnically or culturally similar to or different from you? And the last element is responding to ethnic diversity in the delivery of instruction. Even if you aren't a teacher, you're likely a role model for someone else. So we'll go deeper into this shortly. First, let's take another moment to pause and reflect. How do you include multiple diverse voices, perspectives, or ideas in your life? In regard to the 5 essential elements of culturally responsive practices, identify an area for continued personal development. We'll come back to this before we end. Even if you do not directly work with children or youth, you carry an impact on future generations through your role modeling. After all, we are all interconnected. Let's explore how this peace action might be experienced with our children and our youth learners. The books, materials, visuals, and really any media that we share with students carries a lot of weight. We plant opportunities for students to learn from cultures and perspectives, and we can call those windows, mirrors, and sliding glass doors. Professor Rudine Sims Bishop uses this analogy to discuss the importance of diversity in books and in the authors who write them. Students need to see themselves reflected, mirrors. And books or media can also be windows to other people and other perspectives, other cultures, even other worlds. And then sliding glass doors. This means that it goes both ways, that shares all people with a sense of equality. This peace action, Respect Diversity, carries a call to action. Earlier, I invited you to identify an area of Geneva Gay's 5 essential elements, these elements of culturally responsive practices. So take one of those for your continued personal development and set an intention for how you can more deeply and actively engage with this element, or perhaps with people who are ethnically and or culturally diverse from you. We are grateful that you've taken the time to learn, think, and reflect about the Peace Action Respect Diversity. We invite you to share how you are aligned to or implementing this peace action. You could send a note or pictures or really any other Respect Diversity artifact that you wish to share. Send it to peaceactions@worldcitizenpeace.org. Take care.